basically, it's a business model that's called a public-private partnership, and we were utilizing that before all this C-19 response occurred. So it's basically when private entities, companies partner with a government entity, and we come up with a solution, and that's what took place here. And we had 4 different distilleries. We're up to 3 wineries now, a compounder pharmacist, and Shady Grove Medical Center also was involved with more on the consulting side to make this happen. So what we do is we get alcohol from distilleries in raw material, or some of them actually make hand sanitizer. And then in the case of raw material that's alcohol, we bring it to the compounder, that's the pharmacist, and they move forward and actually make the hand sanitizer. The government's role really is the logistics, the transportation, the distribution, getting it from one location to the other, then ultimately out to the people that need the product.
Got it. Very nicely put. Thank you for that. So go ahead and tell me why this public and private partnership is so important.
Well, I mean, because what we found with this response is, along with a lot of the cleaning supplies and disinfectants that are needed to fight the threat, and along with the lack of certain PPE, personal protective equipment, to find that material, we're finding that it's not out there nationally or even globally in some cases, and it's problematic to get. So having a local source to supplement our national source or even international source helps strengthen our supply chain for these much needed critical items.
Got it. Now, can you explain why this is so important? Explain the need that there was when it came to hand sanitizer and these protective gear items. Can you explain that?
Well, the Department of General Services, we support some pretty important missions. For one, Montgomery County Police, Fire and Rescue, Corrections and Rehabilitation, to name a few, Sheriff's Department, a lot of the first responders in the county. So these first responders need these items to be able to reduce the threat and risk when they're out performing their job. So initially, hand sanitizer and masks were the 2 items that were the most problematic to find. So finding the local source of hand sanitizer has been a big win, I think, for the county and our first responders. Now, we have expanded now that we just made our first delivery to Shady Grove Medical Center and also White Oak Medical Center. The delivery's happening today, and we've delivered 70 gallons of sanitizer to them. We worked with Joey D'Amico, the VP of pharmacy down there, who, by the way, she helped facilitate finding the compounder that we're using. So I wanted to give her some credit.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Is there anything else you'd like to add in regards to all of this?
I would just like to name the distilleries and the wineries and the compounder, if that's okay, because I think, along with my team, I think they deserve the credit of putting this together. It's been very complex to put together a whole manufacturing process and a distribution fulfillment process in days, and that's what's taken place here because of the partnership. So we have Miscellaneous Distillery out of Mount Airy, who's giving us alcohol on a weekly basis, and they were our initial distillery. We also have Twin Valley out of Rockville that's giving us hand sanitizer. We also have McClintock out of Frederick that's given us not only hand sanitizer but also alcohol. And then we have Lost Ark Distillery out of Columbia, Maryland, that we're bringing on board that's going to give us some product as well. And then we have wineries that have actually donated alcohol for us to process in the hand sanitizer. And one of them is Black Ankle up in Mount Airy. And then we have local wineries, Rockland Farms right here in Potomac, that we're actually picking up alcohol today, 160 gallons, I believe, which will equate to about 200 gallons of sanitizer. And then we also are currently working with Woodridge, which is another local winery that opened in Darnestown, Maryland. So we're keeping this thing going. The compounder is Vashon Compounder and pharmacist out of Gaithersburg. He's done an incredible job producing the hand sanitizer. And like I said, Joey D'Amico out of Shady Grove Medical helped facilitate that relationship. So if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have found the compounder to be able to do this. On my side, I have a guy by the name of Calvin Jones, who's one of my chiefs in fleet management that's handling the project. and he's supported by another one of my managers, Del Spurrier. And then on the delivery side, we have a guy named Jeff Fisher and Troy Jones that's led by Greg Boykin that are making that happen. So I just wanted to give the team some credit, and I hopefully that gets heard.
Of course. Thank you again so much for your time, Jamie. I truly appreciate it.